Okay, let's just jump right in. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're tackling something absolutely crucial. Seriously, it's one of the most high-stakes concepts in the modern business landscape, and it is quietly making or breaking real estate brokerages right this very second, especially in hyper-competitive markets. It's a little concept called speed to lead. Now, we're going to dig into the cold, hard data showing exactly how fast leads decay, but way more importantly, we're going to show you how to fix it once and for all. Because what we're really doing today is introducing you to the revenue assurance system. It's a completely tailored, AI-driven architecture designed to guarantee that no lead and literally no dollar ever slips through the cracks of your business again, especially as we navigate the incredibly intense Dubai market in 2026. All right, let's get into it.
47 hours. Just let that sink in for a second. That is the average time it takes a business to respond to a brand new lead. Honestly, it's wild. Not 47 minutes, 47 hours. That is nearly 2 full days of total radio silence. I mean, think about it. You could literally catch a flight from Dubai to New York, have a nice steak dinner, and fly all the way back in the time it takes the average business to send a simple email reply. And the brutal truth? By the time most businesses finally get around to replying, the customer hasn't just moved on to a competitor, they've probably completely forgotten they even sent you a message in the first place.
Which naturally brings us to a really painful question, one you definitely need to be asking yourself. How much money is this 47-hour delay actually costing your business? Seriously, think about it. You are out there spending thousands, maybe tens of thousands of dirhams every month on Google ads, meta campaigns, and incredibly high-end video production just to acquire these leads. But if you aren't responding instantly, well, you're essentially pouring water into a bucket with a massive hole blown out of the bottom. You aren't losing these leads because your product or service is bad. You're losing them simply because you're too slow.
But don't worry, here is exactly how we're going to patch that hole today. We will cover, number 1, the speed to lead crisis. Number 2, Dubai's 2026 real estate boom. Number 3, AI and instant lead response. Number 4, WhatsApp, Dubai's secret weapon. And finally, number 5, the automated conversion funnel.
Okay, Section 1, the speed to lead crisis. The absolute most important thing to grasp here is that lead decay isn't some gentle, gradual slope. It's a cliff, a really steep cliff. The data from massive sales studies is crystal clear, and it all revolves around a 5-minute window. Responding to a lead within 5 minutes makes you 21 times more likely to qualify that lead than if you wait just half an hour. 21 times. Your conversion rate is literally 8 times higher right there at that 5-minute mark. But if you wait 30 minutes, your chances of qualifying that lead fall off a cliff. It's a 10 times drop in lead quality. Basically, taking 30 minutes to reply costs you the exact same as if 9 out of 10 of your expensive leads simply never existed. So here's the absolute bottom line. 78% of customers end up buying from the very first business that responds to them. Speed is the ultimate deciding factor. It's the real game changer. You don't necessarily have to be the absolute cheapest option, and you don't even need to have the most perfect, glowing reviews. If you are the fastest, you win. The decision-making conversation is already happening in those critical first 5 minutes. The only question is whether it's happening with you or with your competitor down the street. Moving to Section 2, Dubai's 2026 real estate boom. We're talking about a hyper-competitive market where the stakes are incredibly high and traditional methods are failing fast. Just wrap your head around this figure. In January 2026 alone, Dubai recorded over 72.4 billion dirhams in residential sales transactions. Billion, with a B. The off-plan sector is just absolutely dominating the market right now. We are looking at a hyper-competitive ecosystem, packed with high-net-worth foreign buyers flooding in from Europe, South Asia, and the broader GCC. Every single major developer and brokerage is fiercely competing for the exact same, highly limited pool of qualified buyers. And in a market moving at this kind of breakneck speed, speed itself is seen as a direct proxy for your professionalism. There's this quote going around that perfectly hits the nail on the head. The agent who replies first wins the site visit. The agent who nurtures most consistently wins the deal. When an international investor is sitting there ready to wire literally millions of dirhams for an off-plan property, they expect immediate, data-backed communication, period. If your top brokers are tied up on a call or worse, fast asleep in bed, that lead is already talking to someone else. Now think about this. 38% of leads arrive completely outside of standard business hours. Because Dubai is this massive global magnet, your buyers are often sitting in entirely different time zones. So if a buyer in London or Hong Kong submits an inquiry at midnight Dubai time, and your team doesn't get back to them until they stroll into the office the next morning with their coffee, that right there is leaked revenue. That is a lost deal.
Which perfectly cues up Section 3, AI and instant lead response, the 24/7 solution. Because how on earth do you respond instantly, day and night, without hiring 3 shifts of staff? You use the foundational technology powering the revenue assurance system.
Let's just compare the two worlds for a second. On one side, you have traditional manual booking. It's slow, you're dealing with missed calls, it's strictly a 9-to-5 operation, and your poor agents have to manually punch data into the CRM, which, let's be totally honest, everybody hates doing. On the other side, you have the Revenue Assurance System's AI automation. This gives you instant response times. We're talking usually under 5 seconds. It is wide awake and available 24/7. It automatically qualifies the data and it syncs in real time right into your CRM. It completely removes the human bottleneck from those vital first 5 minutes. Let's walk through exactly how this works, step by step, almost like having a superhuman digital salesperson. Step 1. The AI captures the incoming lead from literally any channel. Your website, your social media, SMS, whatever. Step 2. It immediately launches into an instant qualification conversation, smartly asking things like, what's your target budget? Or when exactly are you looking to buy? Step 3. If it determines the lead is hot, the AI automatically proposes open calendar slots and seamlessly books the appointment for your agent. And Step 4, the whole shebang is synced in real time to your CRM. No manual entry, no lost sticky notes on a desk.
And the financial impact of rolling out the revenue assurance system? It is staggering. This is a real 90-day case study from a working Dubai real estate brokerage. Before they brought in this automation, their lead-to-viewing rate was limping along at around 6 to 8%. After the revenue assurance system went live, that skyrocketed to 18 to 25%. They essentially tripled their conversions. And the cost per viewing? It plunged from 1,450 dirhams all the way down to just 540 dirhams. They entirely stopped losing leads in the middle of the night, and their ROI just went through the absolute roof. All right, Section 4, WhatsApp. Dubai's secret weapon. Because if you want to actually close deals in the UAE, you simply cannot rely on email or phone calls anymore.
Why is WhatsApp the undisputed king here? Well, the numbers tell the whole story. Email gives you an open rate of, what, maybe 20% on a really good day? WhatsApp boasts a mind-blowing 98% open rate, with a median read time of under 3 minutes. There are over 5.66 million active users in the UAE alone. Over 90% of high-ticket real estate negotiations happen directly inside this app. And agents who adopt a WhatsApp-first approach, they're seeing a 4.7 times higher deal close rate compared to the old-school guys relying on those clunky property portal forms. To really supercharge this, modern brokerages use click-to-WhatsApp ads, or CTWA. These are basically social media ads on platforms like Meta that allow an interested buyer to completely bypass the traditional annoying web form. They see an ad they like, they click it, and boom, they are instantly dropped right into a WhatsApp chat with your AI agent, ready to be qualified in real time. It completely removes all the friction from the buyer's journey. It's brilliant. Which brings us to Section 5, the automated conversion funnel. Because getting that first instant reply is fantastic, but it's really just the starting line. The data shows us that a Dubai property buyer usually needs anywhere from 5 to 9 touch points before they actually commit to a site visit. Your human agents simply do not have the time to track this perfectly for every single lead in their pipeline. But the revenue assurance system's AI absolutely does. Day 0, you get that instant qualification. Day 2, the system automatically drips out some social proof, maybe some glowing client testimonials. Day 9, it strategically sends a market urgency update. Day 14, an automated polite invitation for a site visit. Day 21, an exclusive incentive to finally push them over the line and close the deal. The lead is kept constantly warm and your agents didn't have to lift a finger. Now, a quick but extremely vital timeout here on doing this the right way. The revenue assurance system works so well because it is strictly 100% compliant. You have to play by the rules, specifically the UAE Personal Data Protection Law, or PDPL, and those very strict RERA guidelines regarding making ROI claims in your messaging. You cannot just spam purchased lists. You absolutely must use explicit WhatsApp consent checkboxes and focus on user-initiated conversations. Doing it legally is the only way to protect your brand and ensure your precious WhatsApp business account never gets suspended. Which leaves us with one final incredibly provocative question for you to really sit with today. Who is answering your leads at midnight? Honestly, if your answer is nobody or my voicemail, then you are actively leaking massive amounts of revenue every single night. The 2026 Dubai real estate market is ruthless and it does not wait for anyone.
If you want to stop the bleeding, reclaim those lost deals, and build an automated, wildly predictable pipeline, implementing a revenue assurance system isn't just a nice idea anymore, it's absolutely mandatory. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.